Apparently there's been an accident. Our walkie-talkies don't even work because we're too far away. We have no idea what happened, and all we want to do is get there as fast as possible.
Hey Cindy, can you hear us?
Oh my God, oh my God.
With the world in search of a better path, two road warrior philosopher philanthropists, Sorin Mihailovich and Matt Cook, throw a dart at a world's map and commit to traveling wherever fate lands it to take on global issues and change the hearts of everyone they meet, no matter the place, cost, or difficulties.
We are the Robin Hoods of our days, but instead of stealing from the rich and give it to the poor, we're just motivating them to donate on their own so we can empower people all over the world.
When I decide something, nothing can get in my way. You just gotta step out.
After a first dart throw experiment, which sent the two friends to Svalbard, a Norwegian archipelago located close to the North Pole, with 2,000 people and 3,000 polar bears, Matt and Sorin launched their first adventure as a short documentary and captured international attention after raising money for their trip.
Two Edmonton men threw a dart at the world map, and wherever it hit, they'd go.
Now is time for a real test, a first full hands-on experience. The challenge is not only to raise money for a full crew, but to make the trip successful, helping the land or the people they visit, and in the end, inspiring people all over the world.
I hope that people see that their identity is not stored in what they're doing, but who they are. We are people who want to create change and inspire the world.
I grew up in Romania in the communist bloc. We used to have hot water once a week. Every day the power went off for an hour. I was looking at those planes in the sky and I thought those are things that I'm never going to see up close.
You're a crazy Canadian.
With their budget starting at $0, Matt and Sorin have to come up with an initial platform for raising money. After meeting with friends and family, they organize a fundraiser during which they would throw the dart that will pinpoint their next adventure.
Thank you guys so much for coming. It's awesome seeing everybody here. This room was full. We visioned it before it happened, and now it's happening. So it's like, wow.
Many items are auctioned off, including throwing the dart on their behalf or reserving a spot in their crew for someone special. Wherever the dart hits, they will bring along 56-year-old cancer survivor Cindy Mitchell, who's ready to give back to the community as she committed to be part of this trip even before the dart was thrown.
Yeah, it's a very unique concept, and the fact that, I'm sure many people have dreamed it or schemed it before, but to actually do it and do it on the level that it was done, I think makes it stand out.
It's time to throw the dart! Here we go! Boys, where are we going? Directly in between Ukraine and Kazakhstan, they're going to Russia!
The Dart Gala ceremony raised $34,000, but challenges are just about to hit them hard. Building a top-notch professional website for the project, creating an effective platform for partners and individuals to get on board, dealing with their own jobs and lives, and getting their Russian visas are just a few of the speed bumps that dictate when the trip is actually going to happen so they can put together the crew and book all flights and hotels in Russia. It seems as though everything is coming together, and just in the nick of time. Sorin, Matt, and Cindy are eager to depart, committing to make a difference in Russia by concentrating on orphanages and homelessness.
He protects people with a globally popular app that helps detect scams.
On the eve of their trip, Sorin is to receive a Top 40 Under 40 award from the mayor of Edmonton, Alberta. But during the ceremony, the team gets hit with some news that could end their trip before it even begins. The interpreter they hired in Russia is no longer available. They have issues with permission to film in many of the areas they're hoping to visit, and the passports from the Russian consulate have not been delivered. Finally, 1 hour before they were supposed to be at the airport, their passports arrive.
We were so misconstrued with the flights, we didn't know when our passports were going to come in from the consulate. So we had trip cancellation on like 5 tickets. I think it's one of those things, the world will spin the way it spins. Good thing it spins in our favor.
I think we're gonna make magic happen, and whatever we touch, we try to turn into gold, because that's what we're doing.
Yay! We're all here!
Sorin, he's a great white hope. I think he's going to make a difference. I think he's a pretty good guy.
I'm allergic to bullshit kind of guy.
They should have made more of them. Him and Matt, they're a good pair. Yin and yang. They bounce off each other well.
Cindy is a character.
Are you out of your mind?
I think she's the perfect person to join us on this trip.
Matt's just a big bundle of calm, joy, and I see all kinds of beautiful women flocking to him and hugging him and wanting to get to know him.
Matt is the ladies' man.
After almost a full day of flying to Moscow, Sorin, Matt, and Cindy arrive in Russia's capital city.
We're finally feeling chilled and calm, and we feel all the fruits are ready to be picked up.
There are issues that still need to be dealt with, as they don't have an interpreter yet.
Obviously, we don't speak the language here. We might pick a word here and there, but we really need somebody to translate for us.
Tomorrow is a full day. They not only have to get to know the culture, but have to find organizations and places that will allow them not just to visit, but to film as well. An interpreter is a must.
We have this anticipation that's so strong and we're really excited. I think we're all of us, it's safe to say, we're just gonna bomb out and just crash hard. Wake up in the morning and have a fresh start.
Feeling like $1 million.
The morning looks much better. After an extensive internet search, Sorin has some good news.
We have this guy, Andre, who was willing to be our interpreter for our stay in Moscow. We just have to get him on board, and we're gonna have faith that he's gonna be helpful.
After meeting with Andre, Matt, Sorin, and Cindy plan to get to know the city.
We're heading out to Red Square today. I'm very stoked, and I can't wait to see what this day brings.
So we are in Red Square right now. This is a moment that we've been waiting for. This is one of the main landmarks of Moscow. And we're gonna go to Kremlin. This is where the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, lives. And he's probably watching us right now. Hi, Vladimir. Thanks for letting us in this country. He's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's happy.
No, I just felt these whiskers on my cheek.
I just went to go pat Sorin on the back and say, good job, bro. And he said to me, he's like, easy on the bromance, because you know that it's illegal to show public affection if you're gay, you get locked up. So, no bromance for the rest of the trip.
The day is hitting a tense moment. As the boys are taking pictures in Red Square for their sponsors, they're approached by the Russian police, who absolutely forbid them from exposing logos of any kind while in Moscow's best-known landmark.
We're getting kicked out right now because we're not allowed to shoot advertising, but hey, thanks, Rigid. You helped us out a lot.
The issue is dealt with diplomatically, and after a few minutes of debate, both sides part ways with no further incidents.
This building, Pokrovsky, in the Red Square in Moscow, was built by Ivan the Terrible. Now, he hired 2 men to build the building, and when they finished building it, he said, can you build a building more beautiful than this one? And when they said yes, thinking that he was going to get another contract, he ordered them to be blinded so that they could not build anything more beautiful than this building here.
Hence the name. I can't believe this building was built in 1580. That's 500 years ago.
This writing on the tanks says, we shall win for the motherland.
We booked actually a couple of these so we can take a ride tonight. We're gonna go out in Moscow around the river right here, and can't wait.
We're headed towards Red Square, and there's a seat next to me. This pretty girl walks in.
In comes this cute pixie-faced, dark-haired girl.
She has nowhere else to sit, so she sits next to me. We got a few more stops, so I look over, Sorin and Cindy are laughing, like, talk to this girl, talk to this girl.
She was a little hesitant at first, but what was so surprising is that her English was absolutely perfect.
So I look over, I'm like, hey, what are you looking at? She looks at me, she's like, it's an e-reader. I'm like, what? You speak English? She's like, yeah, I speak English. We become friends, and she befriends Cindy, which is awesome. Cindy says, hey, you know, these guys are really cool guys. You should come with us. Like, come show us around. And I had already tried 2 previous attempts, which both failed miserably. So by the 3rd time, she's sold.
I think Matt was asking what she was doing and where she was going, and she jumped on the opportunity to join us.
She comes with us and starts becoming our tour guide.
If you touch the nose of the dog and dream of something good, it will happen to you.
I told her that, but I wanted to touch the dog so I could meet a pretty Russian lady.
It's true.
Eh?
It's true.
And it worked. I met one. Look what happened. I met one.
I could tell there was a little something going on there because she was flicking her hair and he was leaning into her.
I made the move, and now we're gonna go on a date, and we'll see what happens. I might have to take a Russian home with me back to Canada. They said to be careful not to get married in Russia, but I don't know.
They have them on special, buy one, get one free.
So we have a little love story emerging here in Russia between a Canadian and a beautiful Russian girl.